Well, hello everyone. On this day before election, I had a thought for the last few days about something that I kind of wanted to share today. Is you can't believe what you think. That's the idea I had. I woke up this morning about 2 a.m. with that thought in my mind. You just can't believe what you think. Have you noticed what people are thinking on social media today, especially today just before voting? There are a lot of rapid thoughts, but are you embracing those thoughts as being true? Maybe so, maybe not. But you can't believe what you think because it's important, because as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. In fact, one of my go to scriptures as a coach, counselor, mentor, well, I wrote it down. I looked it up because it's been so long. It says 1992. So you can figure it out from this date as you hear me and watch me. 1992 was a few days ago, folks, that I've been in this business of coaching and counseling and mentoring people, building websites and building curriculum and higher education. And well, if you follow me anytime, you know I have three websites that provide higher education, real teaching on topics I think of interest for many people. But you can't believe what you think because what you think may not be just correctly done. Example, many years ago, 20 something years ago, I did a lot of certification trainings in local churches in the Houston area. So one December, one of my graduates taking my classwork was on the staff of a very large church in the Houston area. And the pastor in December was wanted to take off like a Sunday. In fact, the church was large. It usually had two large services on Sunday. And I was invited to speak at that large church on that Sunday. And I wondered, well, what should I say? Because this was a prolific speaker as a pastor of that church. And I came up with the idea, and I think it was a God idea. It was about distorted thinking. Think about that now. Distorted thinking. And how I could expand that. Today we have distorted thinking in our government, in our healthcare system, in our education programs, our religious systems that we call Christianity. We have so many distortions, so many things that we believe to be true, but actually, when you find out what is really true, well, what we believe was not even true. You can't believe what you think is true. I got to go back to that again. We just can't believe what we think to be true because our thinking can be distorted by a lot of different elements. A lot of different elements. Our education can give us distortions. Things that we think we believe about health, can give us distortions. What we think about finances can give us distortions. And certainly today we have ample opportunity to have distortions about what is happening in our government today in America and actually around the world. I want to read a scripture that will help us clarify what I'm talking about today. But one of my go to scriptures has always been since back in 1992. Guard your heart above all things, for out of it flow all the issues of life. Now, people would call me when I had my office and say, Doc, I need to set an appointment. I have some issues. Okay, that was my cue. What issues does this person have that would drive sometimes even as much as 100 miles away to meet me in my office to talk about their issues in life? Do you know what I always know and still today know? And if you just get one thing from this, that you know, it's always a heart issue. Guard your heart above all things, for out of it flow all of the issues of life. So what distortions are we thinking? I want to read a scripture in Philippians 4:8 that I want to end this with, because I printed it off and I want to read it right from what it says. Finally, believers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable and worthy of respect, whatever is right and conformed by God's words, whatever is pure and wholesome, whatever is lovely and brings peace, whatever is admirable and of good repute, if there's any excellence, if there's anything worthy of praise, think continually on these things. That means center your mind on them and implant them into your heart. The things which you have learned and received and heard and seen in me, practice these things in daily life. And the God who is the source of peace and well-being will be with you. That's out of the Amplified Bible of Philippians 4:8. That's worthy to meditate on today. And perhaps that will give us some grounded information that would help us, would help us in doing what we want to do. So I end that by saying, be blessed.